Hello, and welcome back to a new episode of Comfy Cozy Completionist with your girl Relay. And we are still living in the Mistlands, but we did find the Wegweiser for the mystic location in the last episode. And that is a whole nother can of worms we are going to be opening to go to those mystic locations and then find what's there. We do need to eat something. That's still fermenting. What are we going to be eating? What are we going to be doing? That is the big question. So, that is Aschenheim, our new abode we are building down here. We might want to probably go look at things around this place and do some more So we are going to eat that and that, so we have enough oomph to survive if we go there. And I think we do have an Aschenheim portal somewhere, I don't know where. It's here. Let's go here first and see what still needs doing here. We have to consider where to put all the different things. We have made a little bit of progress with the roof and how things are built here, and things are not looking too bad. Still thinking about if I need to take out that door. We close that door. Need to take out that spiky door here. I would need a ram to do that. We have a warehouse portal in here. What kind of portal is on the other side? None. Okay. I still have not decided how to proceed with building all of that. We have an upper floor here. I think we want to have probably some kind of window in here. Also, we can have an upper floor here too, or leave it full height and have that as a throne room. Have not decided about that. The only thing we know that this is going to be our kitchen, and we have some means of letting the smoke out there that is working. We are not getting the smoke all the way in here, but also that fire is the only fire we have here. We have no fire and no warmth whatsoever on all the other places, so we do have to think about how to solve that problem. Also, I'm trying to preserve the original boxes here. There is metals in here now, but I'm not quite sure that will work and we can do that everywhere. So we have some things going on here. We have still need for more grouse steam. I don't know if we have any here. Yes, we do. We do have a lot of grouse steam here, so we can do more building. What's the weather outside? We have a lot of stuff to be picking up. This is our smoke outlet. Probably have to do something similar. Could probably get away with opening those up here and have that as smoke outlets. I have to think about that. And as you can see, I try to preserve as much of the original things that are here as I could. But obviously the fight for the fortress did destroy some things. So we do have beginning outpost here that we need to cozy up, and with all of the gray stone it is quite bland here, so I think we want to reveal some of the black underneath at some point in some places. And then we have to have some furniture. Also not sure I like that big portal here. Yeah, we have to think about that. And we have to have another pocket portal, and then we have to go out there and look at what is nearby. Also want to probably tame some axemen, and so we have to dig a burrow, a pit where we can capture them. Not quite sure where we want to do that. I want to get down there probably and pick up all of the stuff. Where is my... Okay, this is the way down here. Trying to pick up everything around here that is glittering. There's a Valkyrie there. Not particularly keen on fighting a Valkyrie right now. That is a dead axeman here. At least we can walk all around our house. And I think the axeman pit is going to be on this side, like here, eventually, I think. Yeah, there is an ash storm going on, which is not making things much easier for us here. We do have some resources that we can pick up here. We have an axeman there. I don't really want to fight an axeman here. I think we are going to not do that right now. So our way down is on this side. I think we need some way down on the other side too. Like on this side. Okay, there is some flaw metal to be had there. That Valkyrie that keeps respawning is pretty disconcerting. That axeman there, we do not want to kill right now. We want to be able to eventually tame that one. Okay, we picked up a lot of stuff here. Let's see what we can leave here already. We don't have to Bring that back home. We are out of some... Oh, the lingering stem is that. That's the lingering stamina. Okay, we're gonna pick up some lingering stamina. Pardon. I have to reorient myself every time I start recording a new session because, as you can imagine, I am not recording them the day before I release them. I tend to batch record 2 or 3 at the same time, and then we are having a break, and after a week or so I have forgotten all of what happened in the last episode, of course. I'm gonna up that by 1 each. So we do have enough of that. That's carapace arrows. That is bolts for the arbalest. But we do want to make more jump meat, I think, and we do want to get something going here. We have a lot of strange goings here. I think we don't really need the Frostner anymore. We could bring that home. I think we don't use the wild bone claws anymore. Do we have... Wrong one. We still do not have the stone golem trophy. We're still missing that. Okay, the Frostner goes to the mountain, which is Valheim. Gonna get the Frostner here. Gonna get things sorted a little bit. There should be some space to hang that. Like here. That is a space where we will hang the Frostner here. I do need to get back here and light all the fires and light the hearth. Yeah, we have to bring some resin and some wood here to keep the fires lit. And then that one is going to Sonnenheim, but because the mole claw is Flame's weapon, and there should be some space to be hanging that one too. Here. There we go. Same here. We need to get the fires burning again here. Everything is cold and dark. Yeah. Need to do something about that. And then we do have more flaw metal here. No, but some black metal. That is full, that is not. I think we're gonna pick up all of that and get it home. A lot of metal here. We will not be able to carry all of that. Not by a long shot. So that is all of the floor metal what we have left to bring home. The coal needs to stay here though. And the barley flour is cooked. I'm gonna pick that up real quick. See if there is more barley flour we need to put in the windmill. There. Is there more in here? Yes. That needs to be put in here. Okay, so now let's get home with all of that. We're gonna keep the big old warehouse here as we have kept the smeltering lane. Because I never said that we had to have everything everywhere. The smeltering lane, for all I care, can stay in Valheim. Metal. So that is that metal, and then that is that metal. We've got a lot of we've got a lot of bronze here, some iron, a lot of floor metal. A little low on this. That's fine. That can go here probably. We have things to be cooking here. Okay, we need to probably sort things out a little bit more here. We do want for the feast mushroom galore. We do need the Yggdrasil pudding, if I remember correctly. Where is it? One Yggdrasil pudding, the fried seeker meat, and mist hair supreme. We have one mist hair supreme here for the feast. This is for the feast, and this is for the feast. All of this is super strange stuff. This is the cheapo food here. This is the cheap. The cheap stamina food, and that is the good stamina food. And that is the feast stuff. So if we put all of the feast stuff on this side, that would make a little bit more sense here, I think. Arrows, seeds. That is a little much here. I think we can consolidate that here. Where do all of those come from, and why do I have so many? One needs to be at home in the plains. One, I think, needs to be in the meadow base, if I'm not completely confused here. And all of that stuff is too much too. We have to do some getting sorted. So, in Wiesenheim, we have some trees planted, I think. That is where the trees live, and we should have... We have one here, okay. So that is where the trees live, and our wood farm. And then... there should be also one in Valheim, I think. We do have some crops in Valheim. There is a place to plant things. And there are things planted here, so we do need... yeah, we're gonna leave one here. There is nothing planted in Bergheim, but there is things planted in Sonnenheim. And I'm not quite sure we have a cultivator in Sonnenheim. We do. Okay, that is all of the stuff that can be planted in Sonnenheim, and we should be having a mist farm too, where we can plant the mist things. So we have one surplus. Which I think we will put up in a box in our living quarters, because we can use this box for extras that we don't really need. Let me count all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got all of the wooden weapons. We're gonna make a museum with that. So, we're gonna have a short break here, and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, we're back. Forgot to unpause the recording there for a split second. Let's see what the weather is about in the Ashlands, and see if we can run around a little bit in the Ashlands. How much is in there still? This seems to be empty now. Okay, we have to replace that, because if the weather is somewhat good-ish, we're gonna eat that and that, and we're gonna pick up a pocket portal. We don't have a pocket portal out there. Oh, we do. 31. F7 is unconnected, so we make 32. And have that F7. 32 is also occupied. Where is 32? 31. There is no 32. Huh. 33 is unconnected. Did I rename a portal down here 32? No. Huh. Okay, that is weird. Where does 32 go to? I don't know. Let's have a look. Should have bubbled up. Oh, it's out here. It's where we went to go search for the axeheads. And I think we succeeded at that. So that's 32, okay. We did make the early access, I think. We have to keep in mind and check for that. So, and then the pocket portal is here. Let's find out what's going on here. Where are we? That is where we found the Wegweiser, I think. Okay. Where do we want to go from here? We can bring all of that. I hope we can carry all of that. And we want to go that way. Find out what else is there. We have some carry capacity, that's okay. And remember, we don't have to fight everything. Keep forgetting that I don't need to fight each and every nonsense that comes my way. That is not necessary. Lots of axemen over here. And we have conquered that one, didn't we? That's F5, okay. There should be a way in here on some side. Because we have a portal in there, so there should be a way in too. There seems to be no way in there. How did I get in there? That is most strange. And I have to find out what we did there. There's another Valkyrie up there. I don't have the slightest idea how we got into that. Huh. Like, that is interesting. Good evening, good sir. How did we get in there? We did conquer that. But there is no way into that here whatsoever. Oh, I think what we did here, we went up that arc. And then we went in here by way of that arc. That is what happened here. Huh, okay. But that is not where we want to be. We want to actually get in that direction over there. Do we want to do something with that flaw metal there? I don't think. Do much here. Just go on. No need to fight everything. Okay. There's still stuff laying around here that we cannot pick up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ew. Everything, yay. Excellently not what I want. Shoot. Can I get into my... Okay. That is... that at least. Get a little bit of respite here by dancing around that here, so I don't have to fight the Valkyrie and everything here. I can just try to kill that Valkyrie inside of that fortress here. We are losing things here. Ooh. I do hate all of that here. Okay, now we've got all of that. And everything here is broken now. But at least we are still alive. Yeah, we do have a bit of stuff laying around here that I'd like to pick up. 7 celestial feathers. We don't really need them, but okay. And that is the F4 portal, and it's the wrong way around. No, it's the right way around, okay. Let's repair the things here that got damaged in the process. And then we're gonna have a look-see down there. Okay. That is where my way up is. Where do we even want to go from here? We want to come in this direction, or we want to go that way. Can we even do that? Okay, we do not have any wood because we left the wood in here stupidly. Can't build a workbench without the wood. We have to bring the wood. Yeah, that is two workbenches, 2 portals. What? Where did that thing come from? That is right the way where I wanted to go. I don't think we go that way. There is no way we can go that way either. And that Valkyrie is just like, what? Do we have to do that again? that again, the same way. I hate it. Fighting a Valkyrie all here is bonkers. Ooh. Coming the other way. Shoot. I hate that. I hate that so much. Two times I missed her. What is this in that playthrough that we get so many Valkyries? Boy, oh boy. All of my stuff here got burned up. Okay, we have to have that back. And the stone cutter. Okay, time to go home, I think. Okay, 10 of those. That is our 2 pocket portals. Gonna rename that one for empty for now. So we can get home for the night, and then we have to rename it F5 when we come back. Boy, oh boy. Let me have that here. We can bring all the stuff that is in that box. And we do hope that that Valkyrie nonsense did not respawn again when we come back. Like, this is bonkers. So many fallen Valkyries. Makes it really hard to get ahead. So we got that and that, and that. Some more food. That and that. A little low on that. I think we have to do some tap sap too. Probably get things sorted there a little bit. Make more iter. I'm gonna have another short break here. Gonna be right back. Okay. I think for the second half of our feast we are going to try to concentrate a little bit on our new home. Oh, sorry, our new home. gonna get that F7 renamed for F5. Gonna be eating that and that. There is something that is gonna be F5 because we have to come back from there. There we go. We'll let that be F5 then, and we can see if we can F5 there. Aschenheim is down here. I think we do not want to run around here more for now. Yeah, gonna go for Aschenheim. Ooh. F5. I did rename the other one, didn't I? What is going on here? I did rename the F7 to F5, didn't I? Not sure. F5. Where is that now connected? What the frickin'? F5. That's F5. Okay, then that needs to be F7. Things are weird here. But F7 was unconnected when we logged in first. I got my numbers all mixed, I assume. F7. I think it's gonna be hard to get to in here unless we come from this side. Maybe we can always do more exploring there later. For now we are going, so then we need to rename that F8 to have another one in the succession, and then the pocket portal is empty because we are not having a pocket portal here. I think we do need more boxes over there. Do we have? We do have plenty of that, okay. We can use the warehouse portal also to get over here. I do hope we do have the stone here to make the hearths. I still have not decided if I want to break out that door and use that central place as a fire pit, or I think I probably need to. So if we put that big portal on the other side here, somewhere here. What kind of nonsense is going on out there? I don't know. Okay, what do we need for that ram? Want to get rid of that. So we need that siege engine thing. That battering ram. Ashwood, flour metal and circling cores. Do we have something like that here? Ashwood, flour metal, not enough. Okay. We need more flour metal. We do need some circling cores, and then we can build the battering ram and get that door broken out. So, flour metal. Like that. And we do have some circling cores here too, I think. Just not sure where we put them. There. And the ashwood we have over there, I think. Ashwood. 10 flour metal, that is more than we need. And 2 circling cores. And then we do need some regular wood to power that thing. Now let's hope we don't ruin everything here. Just trying to get that out of the way here. And stop using it. Well, that worked in a way. We have to do some repairs, but that should enable us to use let me see. We can probably repair that while using the black marble stuff. With that. It looks not nice, but gonna get us some black marble and we're gonna be able to repair that. I'm not happy with how that turned out, but that one. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. I'm gonna put that in here. And then we are going to have some roasting. And put that in here. Probably cool if we put it like that. Can I make that fit? Auto? Ah, that worked. here too. It's hard with that. There. Okay, and then for that hearth we need 15 stones. Probably we have to build a platform in there above all of that. Okay, give me some more Graustein. I still do not want to remove everything here. I'd rather just have that beneath. And then we're gonna have a staircase leading up to that eventually. Probably we need something underneath here to be sitting underneath that. It's not easy. We need a spacer because I need to know where I have to put the support. Here? That work? Yeah. Okay, that is gonna work, and then we're gonna put support underneath here on both sides, and then we can have another one here and another one here. That's cool. And then we need regular stone, and we don't have enough, so we need some regular stone and some black marble. Black marble to repair the tower, and regular stone for the hearth. So we do have some black marble, but no regular stone here. Let's see if we can repair all of that with the black marble a little bit. I would need the build the build things. I don't even know what it's called. Build everything or something like that to even make it be like the original. Don't have that mod. We are trying to do our best with the black marble here. And the same on this side. There is stuff running around outside that I do not really like. Oh, that's not good. Like that. Yeah, something like that. And then we have that broken bit up here. What can we use to make that look better? Like that. And then there should be that one. so. Okay, that seems to be working. So, okay, it is noticeable, but also it's not too terrible. We can live with that. So that's the black marble that is left. And then that is the wood that is left. That needs to go in here too. And we need to get home and get ourselves some regular stone for the hearth. And we do need more regular stone because I don't think that we have enough with that one hearth in the middle. I think we also do need another hearth somewhere else to have everything covered there. We're gonna bring some regular stone there. Okay, the hearth can go in here now. Let's see if we can... there. Maybe stick it to the far corner. Need some wood here to set that ablaze and some ashwood. Because I think we're gonna be having some ashwood stairs. There is regular ashwood stairs too. That one. Because I still want to be able to see underneath. That should be working beautifully, and with no rain, and this is not looking so good. I want that to be a little bit more in the center, not connected all the way there. Let me try. Gonna have that. Like here. Wrong place. Building. We need it to connect there. Like so. I think that's better. Okay, now we have that. Okay, we've got fire all the way until here. No fire in the corners. Losing the fire in the corners. That one is out. We do have fire all the way until we get to the corner here. So maybe we need to have a fire on in every corner here. Eventually. So we can have the benefit of the fire. And I think this is gonna be our bedroom. And I think we do want to have open window here so we can see. And we're gonna put some ash wood here and then put in some of that. And then we put some glass in here. That did not work. To have that look nice. Something along those lines. So we can have a little bit of a window here looking out at the world. Okay, I think that operation was not the worst, and I'm not quite sure. The green light is still burning, I think. That is what I wanted to achieve here. Let's get all of that sorted. There we go. Regular wood, regular stone, that's all the grouse steam we own. And I think we go home and we do sleep because it is late already. And then we have to think up what we're gonna be doing next. Okay, get everything repaired, I think. We do want to bring over all the stuff for all the workstations, of course. That is gonna be quite some doing. We will need a lot more iron, and I don't think we are having that much iron. We are running low on iron, I think. But for the moment, we're gonna have another break. And then we're gonna replace that food here with a new one, and we're gonna go see what else needs doing over there. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, let's sleep. Like, kinda my heart wants to build more and get into making everything nice there and all of that, but then again, we want to get on with the progression too. Where is that? I need that. And I need one of those. Because we have to replace that feast that is all eaten up. Also, I think we should be putting a black marble table in here. Eventually. Feasts, that one. I think when we have to switch out that again, we're gonna put a black marble table here. Like that one. That can live here too. That would work. Okay. So, for our new abode, we want to have ashwood furniture, I think. And there is a dwerga bed. No. There is a fooling bed. Well, no. Where is... ashwood bed? That is the one we want to make. Gonna need some ashwood and all of that jazz. Wait. We need to eat. We need to eat. We need to eat. We need to eat that, and we need to eat that. And we need to collect We need to leave that here. Don't have to lug around that tray. And we need to collect that. I think we only need to bring one. Don't have to carry around two of those. So one can go back in here. And we have to pick up another 20 wood because we have burned through some wood here. And then I think what we're going to be doing, we have the mysterious location all the way over there. So what if we get ourselves our boat and we started from from where? From 11? Or what is this here? I don't think that that one exists here. R. And went out that way. I think we're gonna need the longboat. Do we have the longboat in here too? That is the biggie boat. Where is our longboat is the big question. Do we have a boat portal somewhere? Sap 27. That is up. That is lift. I don't think we have a boat portal somewhere. That is all the traders. Ooh, we should be going and visit Haldor and buy some of the Dwerger circlets. The boat is unconnected. Okay. Okay, boat is connected. Where is boat? Okay, where is here? That is in the middle of nowhere. Well, I think we're gonna go sailing with that boat portal. That means we do waste the big beast, but the boat is in a place where we don't need it. And we do want to be down here, so we want the general direction and go with the boat close as we can, because we don't want to sail the Drakkar all over the landscape. The Drakkar is very much slow. Do we have nothing? We have no fishing gear, so we do need to do some fishing. We are still lacking fish from the Mistlands. We have never managed to get sea serpent trophy. That is something we need to be acquiring. And then also what we need to get is the magma fish from the red waters of the Ashlands. And the anglerfish is missing. We have to do things there, and then we have to probably go sailing some more in a storm eventually and try to get us a serpent trophy for the heavy fishing bait that is needed to get the tuna, and I think also the northern salmon. We cannot get to the northern salmon just yet because the deep north is off limits right now, because we are waiting for 1.0 update to drop. And so I don't want to disturb anything in the north. And this map looks really fragmented. The wind is turning, which is good. I do hope that we don't have to use any reset map or something. There is a mod that can update the world if you explore too much. So I hope we don't need to do that. We did not check. Did we find the early access? I can't remember. When we get home, we need to check for that. Not getting over that here. That is a little bit too high. Turn a bit. Oh, we can get past that thing, I think. With some scratches. Yeah. Ah, good. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be some sailing until we reach down here. But it's all in the core where we already saw the landscape, so we do not disturb more biomes that we have not seen yet. We want to leave some unexplored stuff. We have a lot here and up here and up here, of course, because we will never know what we will get with the Deep North update. So I want to leave some of the things undisturbed. That looks like a bay. And it goes sail around that in that direction. So we can eventually find new things in yet undisturbed areas of the map. We saw a lot of that here, so we ran all of that to get the access, I think. That was what we were doing. And I think we had success with that. We will have to confirm. We have to go back to the meadows and see if we hung the axes there. Also, we have to see, there should be some barrels somewhere containing fish, because we do need for the fishing head one of each. So probably have to go see if we did that. I know that we hung up one of each in each biome where that stuff belongs to. The tetrafish in the mountain and the grouper in the plains. And yeah, we need to go see if we have one of each left in a box somewhere for the fishing head in the end. Also, what is our fishing levels? 7, which is not a lot. Yeah, it's a little bit sad that I Forgot about the boat, and now we have to get that boat to the other side of the world. But on the other hand, I do think it's a good idea to go sailing a little bit and see a little bit more of the world. Also, I had an answer by Susan Shallock. She commented on my question about, do we need to make all the weapons with all the gems? And she said, no, we don't. She said it would be nice to see all the colors, but then again, it would be sufficient. So we only make one variety. We make one of each weapons with a gem, and be it a green one, a blue one, or the one with the bloodstones is up to me. So most likely we will have a lot of blue and green ones because we have the gems for that. Hunting for so many gems to make every variety would require a whole lot of flour metal and a whole lot of gems. So that is a major hassle. Probably better call to make one of each in one gemmed version, and that is that. At least we have good weather for sailing. And we do have to think about the museum kind of thing that I wanted to make. What we want to put there. I kind of have the idea that we build like big house, and then in sections there is display with the favorite things from that biome, what I'm using, rather than the things that we make because of completionist and don't use it. And then we could have a display of the plants that can be put in item stands, and maybe the trophies and the things that are needed to call the boss. So we can put those probably on item stands eventually. Have to see. I don't think everything can be put on item stands. Like I think the bones cannot. I have to see what we can do there, because each and every base I built in every biome is kind of a museum, but I do want one place where we can display things and have it like a museum. And I have to think hard about how and where. Use all of the different materials from different biomes would be a nice thing, I think. Yeah, we have to think about what we're gonna be doing there. And most of all, where we want to be doing that. Also, I'd like to probably, when Deep North is coming out, find the clearing in this world that was added with the latest update, I think, with the birthday update, where they put in that big stone with the 21 Rockies scattered around. It's called clearing, I think. I would like to find that, and then maybe we build the museum around that, like a big round kind of house around that clearing, and put tiny pavilions for every biome, something like that. Also, I think we do want to at some point count how many times we died. We died a lot in the Ashlands. Probably that was a bit of a bad loop here. Probably we have to make some notes on the map of our dying. That would be interesting to know at which date we died. We died a bunch. We died in the swamp here, we died in the mistlands, we died in the plains, and we died a whole lot in the ashlands. We're gonna find all of the death markers on the map and then make a list on the map about that. There is room to spare around. You can move the map around quite a lot to make notes here. We're gonna find the first one and then try to find all of them and list them. I never delete the death markers from the map because I think I want to see if I'm getting better, if I can go with fewer deaths, and if I delete all the markers, it makes me feel like cheating, like making it appear that I died less than I actually did. So I never delete them. But with all the markers all over the map, it's quite hard to keep track of how many times we actually died. So I think what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be listing them. I kind of want to reach that archipelago here. Put my boat there for the night. And then we go down this way and explore and see if we can find a forward outpost where we can build the Dakar and then sail into the ashlands and go to that mysterious location. This is really close to the rim of the world, which could make us drop dead. If we sailed over the edge, we would lose everything. Is there land in sight over there? Do we reach those islands? Is there more islands here? It's getting kind of late. This looks really swampy. Is that swamp? Or just some stones? I'd love to get there before the night is so black I can't see what I'm doing anymore. That says plains here, so maybe it's plains. Yeah, it looks like it's plains. Just gonna see if there is some rowdy inhabitants here that we don't want to dealing with. There is a while there. We've got every nonsense here. What kind of stuff is that here? All of that are night spawns, I think. Oh, this is bad. But now we can at least get our pocket portal down. There. And do we want to engage with that while? Or do we just go home and call it a day? That hurt bad. It will be gone on the morrow. We do have a trophy that we require, don't we? I'm not quite sure. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do. Set that thing afire. And move that over here a little bit. If we get that slapped by the vines, can probably make that work without getting in too much trouble here. Okay. Don't need that, we don't need that, we don't need that. I think we've got everything here. Now we go home. Sadly, no extra trophy. But that's okay. Gonna leave that here. And then we go home and do some serious sleeping. Okay, let's see what we've got. More wild trophy stuffs. Not trophy, but ribcage. Yeah, I think we made that. Last bit of wild that we needed. Visage. I think we made that. Kinda want to go look if we hung the early access. They are a Meadows weapon. Let me go have a look. Ah, there is no access hanging about here. And all of those boxes are empty, so if we made the access, we have not brought them where they belong. We have to go have a look-see, because there is no access here. That is... Did we put it in a box to to hang it up later and then forgot? That would look like me. They are not in here. They are not... Oh! Yeah, we only found one of the axe heads, not the second one. That is why. So there is another job we need to finish, and that is probably why that numbered 32 portal was in the meadows. Yeah, we're gonna have a sleep, and then we're gonna go sailing some more. Be right back. Okay. Hunting while has been quite a nemesis for me in all of my games. The drop rate of that wild trophy is quite low and really hard to get, and I have been having trouble getting one in all the games I have been playing lately. Except the trophy hunts, of course, because that's guaranteed drops. So we eat that and that, because that is plenty for sailing. And we go sailing a little bit more. End that with a sailing spree. Ooh, I managed to jump there. Nice, okay. Now that was... we need to get around that bend here. We do have some wind, nice. There is some swamp trees in the mist over there. So that is good to know. Should have repaired my boat. It's looking a little disheveled. And there is more rocks in the water there too. So we need to get here in the end, and we need to find a forward landmass where we can park the longboat and then build the drakkar to go there. That boat really does look a little disheveled, huh? Losing bits and bobs because it is really damaged. Should be probably repairing that boat, because if we ran across a serpent with a half deleted boat, that is probably not the best of ideas. Do that real quick just to make sure we are not losing the boat when we don't want to lose the boat. High jumping levels are a good thing. Got a lot of stuff in my pocket that I don't need to have in my pocket. So, we want to go that way. And we do hope there is another landmass before we reach Red Waters. And if we do find Red Waters before land, we have to go find nearby land to park our boat. So we have the possibility... there is some mistance there. We have to have a forward outpost to build a drakkar, of course. But I don't want to sail all of that in a drakkar. That boat is big and unwieldy and super slow. So if we can avoid sailing any large distances in it, I'd be more than happy. I'm really, really curious if we will get another boat for the deep north. In the videos we saw teasering the new content, Harbor Blacktooth was landing in the deep north in a longboat. So there's that. But that might also be because they did not want to show too much and thus did not showcase a new boat. Like Iron Gate has always tried to just give you little bits and bobs and not too much information about the new biome. Has been the same with the Ashlands. You saw the ground and some rocks and some spires, and that was everything they really showed about the Ashlands when they were in the making. So I think they probably would not show a new boat if it was being made in the teasers. Could be mistaken though. Ah, the Mistlands, so beautiful. I think we might need to probably stock up on some Mistland commodities like Yggdrasil wood or something. Probably. You never know what is going to be needed for the new biome, and we are always understocked on Yggdrasil wood. So maybe we have to do some wood cutting spree. It's all islands here. I have to remind myself that I don't have the capacity to make a bubble because we have not eaten any magic food. So if there was something going on, I would have to rely on my ability not to get hit, which is quasi non-existent. That might be a good place to hunt for anglerfish. Yeah, there is anglerfish in the water. With level 7 fishing skill, that would require me to be not on a boat, but on land where I could walk backwards to pull stuff out of the water, most likely. It's still kind of far to where we want to go. We hope for a little bit more. The red waters are beginning approximately here, I think. Like that. So we can hope for another bit of land. There's more mistlands over there. And there is more land over there. I think that bit of land we can see right straight ahead. That is where we're going to be landing, I think. That seems... it's mistlands, of course, but that seems reasonable close. Might also be a bit of plains behind that mistlands. Look at that beautiful, beautiful bit of ashlands, of mistlands being revealed here with the green and the black. It's so pretty. That is Black Forest here in the middle of the ocean. Okay. And I think after we parked our boat for the remaining bit of the time... Oh, look at that. That is Black Forest land here. I'm not mad about that. Boat is much safer when there is no Giel around here. I think we're gonna go visit the number 32 portal for a little bit more. Run around and see if we can find the second axehead. We only found one of them. I think this is a good place to leave the boat after we kill that bear. Gonna be putting a boat portal here. Boat. And we are going to be putting crafting bench on this side with portal, not on that side here. And repair the boat. And kill that bear. Okay. The boat is parked close enough. From here I think we can take the Drakkar south to the Ashlands and reach where the first mysterious location is. That is a good thing. And then we do have another boat portal, another pocket portal. Drop off that here, and we're gonna go for the number 32. 32, and we're gonna go run around a little bit more in the meadows and see if we cannot find the second axehead. And I am not really sure if we found the one from the number 2 house or the number 6 house. I don't have the slightest idea. But we're gonna run around here a little more and see if we can find another house. And it is only in the meadows, the houses from the meadows, not the others. So we need to find houses in the meadows. Okay, those meadows go all the way to the plains. I don't want to fight those spores. We can leave that eventually to something else. Okay, and that is mountain here then. We're gonna spend a little time here before we end the episode, and then I think in the next episode we are going to try and dig a pit to catch some axehead. It could be very, very easy to overlook houses here between all of those trees. So that is the start of the Black Forest. We don't need to be in. Skeletons fighting. Troll fighting things. That is all Black Forest to the right. And the neck. Skellies, yeah, they can fight the neck. Okay, so we saw all of that. Gonna follow the coast here for a bit. And then there is Black Forest again here. Bear, I don't want to fight a bear. No house here. That is Black Forest again. There is a house over there. But that is one of those that never contains anything but occasionally a bee. Oh, look what we found! We found one of those arena thingies. That is awesome. I'm gonna mark that here. Let's have one dot and call that here arena. I have forgotten what that is called really. We do have all of the wooden weapons already, so we don't need to destroy anything here to get to the wooden weapon. So maybe that was everything here. Those spores are very persistent. They follow you around for a long time. That's a burial chamber here. Not keen on fighting skellies. boar is still trying to get to me. Oh, there is a house here. No box though. So that is... Oh, there is a little bit more here. Follow that here and see how far that goes. It would be so fabulous if we could find a second axehead too. Yeah, that is going to be some running around here. There is still a lot of meadows left here to be explored. I think we're gonna end up down here, so there is a good chance it's a good sized bit of meadows. Yeah. It's getting dark slowly. Ow. I think we want to be home before our food runs out. It's not that we are in terrible danger around here. Yeah, as I said, we are going to reach the coast there. I think we're gonna be stopping here and putting up our pocket portal, killing that boar. Ugh, brute too, and a shaman with a star. We are really low on health here. Have to disintegrate all of those grey dwarfs so we can go home. Okay, we need the box and we need the pocket portal. And that's the number 32. Let's pick up all of that jazz here too, because why not? Can't carry much things. I can get that at a later date too. Okay, I think that is it for this episode. Still a lot of things that needs to be done. Finding the axehead, getting to the mysterious location, building the new house. So many things. Ah, that was bad. We need 20 of those and 20 of those. Let's put that in here real quick. Lest I 14. Lest I left click and press away everything here. I have been known to be doing that. Stones, some leather, some cheapy meat. Cheapy meat, cheapy meat. There we go. That's everything. Let's repair everything, and we are home in time before we run completely out of HP. Everything repaired? Wonderful. So, I do hope you like this episode, and if you did so, consider subscribing, consider giving it a thumbs up. Helps the channel more than you would think. It's completely cost-free for you. If you want to see more, ring the bell so you get notifications when I update and when I go live. We have 2 live streams every week, 2 new videos every week. So there is plenty to be looking at if you are so inclined. And with that, I wish you a good night. And we are going to be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye!